Hello everyone, it's Sandra and welcome to today's video. It is finally time for Best of Beauty 2025. I've been filming my yearly favorites video on YouTube for a very long time. And for most of that time, for the past 11 years actually, I've been filming this video with my friend Dena. She is one of my dearest, closest friends. She's like a sister to me, and she's also a beauty lover, but she is not in the influencer space. She has been a makeup artist in the past, and she just loves beauty. She loves products, but she is removed from the chronically online chatter, which is why I love doing this type of video, the yearly beauty roundup with her every year. I feel like we balance each other out really nicely. I love to know what she's using, so hopefully you enjoy having more than just one point of view and hang out with us. In the early days, we were able to film these together because we lived near each other, but we are long distance besties now. Dena lives in Chicago, so we've been filming this remotely, and we will do our best to link everything in the description box. And without further ado, let's call up Dena and talk about our favorite beauty finds of 2025. We have Dena on the line with us from Chicago. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
How do you feel about your 2025 beauty discoveries?
I've found some really great products. I've been happy. I still use some of the same stuff, but overall, when I've been shopping for something, there has been a large offering out there. So I think there is something out there for everybody. It is not hard to find good products. YouTube and other social media people help out as well. You kind of find what you're looking for because there's so many people out there like you, and I think that's been really nice and helpful. But I think it's been a good year. I mean, thank God, because don't take away makeup. Like,
we need something to look forward to, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We have more options than ever, and there's also so much education out there, which is great.
I'm still not wrapped up in the hype of it all, so it's just nice to get excited about these individual products. Again, I need this specific thing, and then I find it and it works, and that in and of itself feels so good.
Do you do most of your beauty shopping in person, online, or is it like an even mix of both?
I would say let's just say it's an even mix of both, because I still enjoy going to physically test out, especially lipsticks. I really enjoy testing out lipsticks on my hand.
You also live in an amazing city where you have access to so many brands. You can see so many things in person. Unfortunately, some of us don't have that. So it's nice that when you do have the option to be able to check things out in person, I feel like it makes a big difference.
No, I think that skincare is a bit easier to purchase online than colors
100%.
are. So
let's start with skincare.
Okay.
What have been your skincare favorites, or like the standout skincare things from 2025?
I recently purchased the Dieux Air Angel hydrating facial gel cream. My skin will always prefer gels to heavier creams. Sorry, I also have notes. I'm trying to be so efficient this year. I'm gonna read my notes, guys. So it's a gel cream moisturizer with peptides, glycerin, and Dieux's moisture complex that feels great on my skin and layers nicely with makeup and with my other skincare and serums below it. I feel really nice and plump with this on. I don't know, you've spoken about this too. You like a few things from this line. So this is a great moisturizer. I like it.
Yeah. Plumping is the perfect way to describe that moisturizer. It's like a plush gel, and you really feel like it's kind of boosting and plumping up the skin. They did just launch a new moisturizer called Skin Mercy that I really want to try. It's supposed to be better if you're, especially now during winter, if you get eczema,
yes.
If you have any more dry flakes, if you need something a little bit more nourishing.
I'm really happy with it. I like the line. I still think
it's a great brand.
It's owned by the founder, which
yep, Charlotte.
I'm excited about. Yeah. The next one I have is Violette BOUM-BOUM Milk. I was using this. You have to shake it up before you apply it. It's a 3-in-1 barrier spray that can be used before skincare or during the day to revitalize, it says, your hair face, scalp, body. I've just really only used it on my face. I was using this as a first step in my skincare routine before serums. I like the mist on this bottle. I think it gives me something a little bit before I start my serums and my skincare. I wouldn't personally use this to revitalize my face. Maybe if I don't have any makeup on and I run an errand and I want to come back and put makeup on, I would use this and maybe put on some more skincare, but I like it. The mist is great. It's a really great spray.
Is it a richer mist? Is it more of like a
It's
moisturizing mist, or is it like a light hydrating refreshing situation?
You know what? It is a light hydrating refreshing situation. I would use my Max Fix Plus to refresh my makeup, but this is definitely for me more skincare than it is makeup. Yeah.
By far, my number one favorite skincare product of 2025 is Altreno. And this is a brand name of tretinoin. It's 0.05% tretinoin lotion. And this particular branded version is so much more cosmetically elegant than the generic tretinoin cream that I was using before, and it also has added hyaluronic acid and skin barrier supporting ingredients, so it's a lot less irritating. Ever since I switched from my generic tretinoin prescription to this, I have had zero irritation. I've been able to consistently use tretinoin every single night, and being consistent with tretinoin every single night is one of the best ways that you can help support your skin as it's getting older, helps with acne, helps with collagen production. So it's a really beautiful, almost like a gel ointment type of texture. Really, really lightweight, and it's super easy to spread. If you have struggled being consistent with tretinoin in your routine, maybe switch to something like Altreno because it has worked really, really well for me.
My cousin uses Altreno and she really likes it a lot.
My other favorite skincare product of the year is the Ciele Prime and Protect SPF 30. This is a really beautiful SPF 30 mineral sunscreen that's also designed to work under makeup. Mineral sunscreen is notorious for performing poorly under makeup. A lot of the times it's very drying, it's very chalky, but as you can see, this is just a really beautiful, lightweight, hydrating texture, and it works really well under a lot of my foundations. I absolutely love pairing this with my Ciele skin tint, which is one of my all-time favorite everyday base products. It's especially great if you struggle with acne. A lot of the times the zinc in mineral sunscreen can help acne breakouts heal faster. So anytime I'm breaking out, I like to use a zinc mineral sunscreen because I find that it helps my breakouts heal faster.
I have the Victoria Beckham, the foundation drops in 2 Fairlight. It is a serum foundation. I find that that's been a trend for me along with face and body. I like kind of more emollient, spreadable, really thin textured foundations. It has more pigment than the face and body. I do spread it on with my fingers. Sometimes I'll spread it on with a brush. Like today, I just dotted it on my face, spread it out with a brush, and then I use my beauty blender to kind of minimize those brush lines if there are any. It is buildable. I love how it still looks and feels like skin. It is pricey, and I think it's pricey because of it's Victoria Beckham and skincare ingredients that are in here. I don't really, every time there's skincare and cosmetics, I never really notice a difference. So I think I'm just buying it more because I like the performance of it instead of, if I have skincare that I enjoy. So, but it is a really, really nice foundation. It is pricey, but I enjoy it.
How much of it do you use at a time? Is it like just a few drops, or do you have to use more?
What I do is I'll just like 3 lines on my cheeks,
okay,
and then 1 down my nose, 1 on my chin, and a couple dots here and a couple dots around my chin. Sometimes I do like to put it on the back of my hand and then do the Katie Jane Hughes method of priming your brush with the product. I do feel like you use more product like that. So if you want to, you know, not spend $100 or $100 every so often, just put it on and then you can spread it with your fingers, which also kind of warms it up and really blends nicely, or a brush, and then just kind of blend it in with your beauty blender. I really, really have liked this. And there's a what is that one place called? A Blue Mercury near my house. And so I was walking by and I know that they sell Victoria Beckham, and I stopped by and I just picked it up. And
it's always a brand that I'm excited about whenever they launch something new, even though I'm not buying every new launch. It's a brand that I enjoy paying attention to.
The next product was a Sandra recommendation. This is the Christian Dior Skin Perfect in 1W. It is nice to travel with. I know that you've mentioned that before. It is a natural finish. I still feel like, again, I have to powder my forehead. That's just common with me always with anything. My forehead gets greasy. So I feel this is my most full coverage foundation. If I'm going to put this on, I really tried it. This is where I do warm it up on the back of my hand and I take the brush. I like the application of that better as opposed to just kind of swiping it on my face. Buff a brush in there and then take it across my face. And again, I follow up with a blender just to kind of even out any brush strokes. I never thought that my skin would ever work with a foundation stick.
Yeah, I really love that one too. It's such a creamy texture. It melts so nicely on the skin.
Definitely better than the Tom Ford foundation stick.
Yeah. I have one foundation that came out this year that I've just been really, really impressed by, and it's the Makeup by Mario. Oh my gosh, what's this called? They always have such long names. The SurrealSkin Natural Finish Foundation. I wear it in shade 8N. It's the foundation that I'm wearing today. I went into Sephora the day that it launched and I asked for a sample, so I was able to sample it for a couple weeks before I made up my mind, and that was really helpful. It is a light medium buildable foundation. It is very fluid, but a little goes a long way. I only need like one pump of it to do my entire face. And my favorite thing about it is that it is really, really smoothing. When it sets, it almost looks like you already have a thin layer of powder on your face, but not in a drying, cakey way. It just really diffuses the look of large pores and texture. It wears really nicely throughout the day. It's gorgeous.
The concealer I have is the YSL All Hours in LC2. This is my more full coverage concealer. Again, this is another product that says it has skincare properties in it, and after 14 weeks, you see smoother, softer, firmer skin, or 14 days, sorry, not 14 weeks. But I do like how it lays on top of my eye serum, and then I don't necessarily have to powder it, and I'm not going to be fighting the creases that I have under my eyes. So I just I put it on, I let it set a minute, and then I'll go in and I'll blend, and then I'll add more if I need to. But I find that this sets very well. I'm really happy with it. Actually, I think I've used a good amount of it, and I think I have to repurchase another one because it doesn't smell too good.
Do you like a brush or a beauty blender to apply it? How do you apply it?
I will apply it with the applicator, and then I do enjoy beauty blender. Yeah. With my next one, I never thought that I would be a pot concealer girl, but the NARS Light 2.2 Nougatine, the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. If I use this, it's more for I'm running around town. I don't really need to look super put together, but it still does make me feel like I have it. Like I'm not going out for the night, but I'm just running errands, and it feels really good to do that. This one I'll apply like around the nose, under the eyes, and I'll put it on with my finger. Sometimes I'll use a brush to if I'm in a rush. I really enjoy this. I know this has been kind of like a staple product for many years. So the color is nice. It doesn't oxidize on me.
I need to revisit it. I had it, but a long time ago. It's been years since I've tried it.
The last one I have is the Catrice Under Eye Brightener in Instant Awake in 00 Light 1. It's just a brightener. I love how emollient it is. I will put this on before I put any concealer on, and I'll let it set. And then I will go in with like my fingers or a beauty blender, let that set, and then go in with my concealer. This feels like it's a bit slicker, which is nice. Maybe it's a silicone or whatever, the other ingredients in there that help smooth it out. But I love it, and it's $6.
My favorite concealer under the eyes is a concealer that I didn't buy this year. I bought it at the end of 2024, actually, right when it came out, but I didn't become really obsessed with it and started to really appreciate it until this year. And it's the Victoria Beckham concealer. It's the Victoria Beckham Augustina's Botter concealer. Even though there isn't a lot of product in here and I use it all the time, I'm still using it. Like, it's been a year and it's still, I haven't emptied it, which is interesting. I'm coming close to the end. I already purchased a backup of it, but it's incredible. I use this in the shade L1. What I love about this concealer is how undetectable it is under the eyes. This is a lighter coverage product for everyday no makeup, which tends to be what I wear most of the time during the week. This is amazing. It has light coverage, but it's just the right amount of coverage, and it has a really beautiful, silky, slightly luminous finish, but it's not so luminous that it emphasizes texture under the eyes. It's smoothing, it's luminous, it's really nice and moisturizing under the eyes as well, and I get very, very minimal creasing with it. It makes my under eyes look really healthy and fresh. I've really, really grown to appreciate it, especially as I'm getting older. I do have a lot of fine lines. I have expression lines, a lot of movement in my eye area, and this just never looks bad.
I either have like very inexpensive things and then very expensive things. And the next inexpensive thing that I have is the Wet n Wild Hello Kitty face powder. This was limited edition, but they have another version called Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder in Soft Pink. It's finely milled. It's really pretty. I don't kind of go in heavy-handed. It is buildable. My oil will break through. I'm not the type of person to touch up, but I really enjoy how this looks because it's not cakey and it just kind of sets everything very nicely. I have blushes as well. The first blush that I have is from AZTK. It is the Jello Color Liquid Blush in JC04, which is Fig Coffee. So I'm not wearing it. I'm wearing the next one that I'm going to talk about. But this is such a nice neutral, does not go warm on me. It's a nice everyday color. It's very, very lightweight. You can kind of put it on both sides of your cheek and work with one, and you don't have to worry about the other side setting. It sets, but it's not super fast acting, which is great. I'll just dot it onto my face and I'll apply it with, or I'll blend it out with the Sephora Pro Collection 99 blush brush. It's very neutral. If I want to punch it up a little bit, I will apply the Fig Coffee, and then in the center, or like the apples of my cheeks, I'll take a pink cream blush and I'll just kind of dab it there and just like blend it out into the Fig Coffee. And then the second one that I have, which I purchased before the Fig Coffee, is the MAC Glow Play Cushiony Blush in Blush Please. This I'm wearing now, and you can kind of tell it does go a bit warm on me, but it's still really pretty. They have MAC, they have a bunch of different colors, but this just kind of goes a bit warmer. It's a nice one and done blush, very easy to apply. It's creamy. It says it settles down into a powder. I've really been enjoying this.
Good, yeah. Solid picks. My one standout blush cheek product for me this year was the Westman Atelier Cheek Duo. This is in the shade Petal Biscuit. This is Biscuit. I think it's supposed to be a contour shade. On me, this is just like a nice neutral matte bronzer shade. And then Petal is just a really pretty neutral pink. It does pull a little bit warmer on me than it looks in the pan, but I don't mind it. I think it looks really, really pretty. So this is the color that I'm wearing on my cheeks today. And my favorite thing about this powder formula is how smoothing and blurring it is, and it doesn't look dry or cakey at all. It's really, really easy to blend, and it just works into the skin beautifully. My only wish is that they would do customizable duos, because I would love to explore more shades in this formula, but I don't want to buy another duo because I'm not interested in the other duos. I wouldn't use each shade, you know what I mean? But the formula is incredible.
Yeah, that's really pretty. I think the next one I have is Vacation Studio Tone 3-in-1 Bronzing Drops for the face. I like to use this on my neck, and I love the packaging because this is very reminiscent of L'Oreal packaging in the 90s and early 2000s. My sister uses this on her face before makeup. Again, it's the SPF is 50, which is great, but it's very liquidy. That's kind of what it looks like. I wear it generally on my neck because my neck is the lightest part of my body. I really like how smooth it is. When you get down to kind of rubbing it in like this, it kind of feels like a gel consistency, which is nice. The next one that I have is from Westman Atelier, and this is the Bronzing Drops in Sun Tone. And this is my bronzer now. I think if I'm, you know, were to catch a tan or something, I love the color of the packaging. I just put like a few drops on the back of my hand. I will prime a brush with it. This is more, I don't know if you can see that, but a good color. It lasts. The payoff is very good. This is expensive as well, but this is the only bronzer that I use. It's been a fun year for cosmetics.
There's been a lot of good stuff. The next category is eyeshadow, and it has been a really good year. The first palette that kicked things off for me, this is very much my spring 2025 go-to palette, and it was this limited edition Prada palette from their spring collection. This is the lightest shade. I think they came out with 3 different ones. It's a very much like a low contrast, very subtle, soft color. From spring moving into summer, my most cherished palette was this NARS palette. This is the Afterglow Tempting palette, and look at these colors. They're just so pretty for summertime. The glitters in here were really, really beautiful. They weren't chunky at all, just super, super easy to blend. Fall winter 2025, I purchased the Byredo palette. This is the Byredo Bibliophilia palette, and this is the first large eyeshadow palette that I bought, I think in the last 3 years. Textures are phenomenal. Very smooth powders, very easy to blend, easy to layer. You can build the pigment up, but it's not so intensely pigmented right off the bat, which is my preferred eyeshadow formula. I like an eyeshadow that I can build a little bit more slowly. I don't want crazy pigment right away. But if you want crazy pigment, especially from the more metallic shades, you can just apply them with your finger, and they are very sparkly, very reflective. They just layer really beautifully together, and it's been a lot of fun playing with this. I really enjoy it. The only color that I probably don't see myself using is this red, just because I don't love the way red eyeshadow looks on me. But if we blank this out, it's a very gorgeous neutral palette, you know?
You know what's so funny is it immediately when you did that, everything became
your attention just goes to this, and you're like, whoa, this palette is crazy. But you just cover this up, and then you're like, oh wait, actually I can actually use every single shadow in here.
And it is a good mix of neutrals and warms.
Liquid eyeshadow that I've been really loving this year is the Chantecaille liquid eyeshadow in the color Cremant. I think this is also limited edition. I wish they make this formula permanent because it's really good. It's like, it's similar to the Armani Eye Tint formula, but it's a little bit more emollient. You get a little bit more playtime before it sets, and this is just my favorite kind of sparkly shadow topper. It's got a little bit of rose, and once it sets, I don't have any issues with it fading or creasing too much. And then the other thing that I was absolutely obsessed with this year are the Sarah Creole eyeliners. A lot of eyeliner formulas transfer or smudge, and this doesn't. It's really budge proof. My favorite shades would be Everyday Taupe. Gives the perfect amount of definition at the lash line without looking like you're doing a heavy eyeliner. And then there's the shade Twilight Smoke that has a little bit of shimmer running through it. It's so pretty. And then the shade Copper, which also has a little bit of shimmer, but it's warmer. Doesn't budge. I can wear it in the waterline. It sets really fast. So it's not something that you can smoke out and do that super smoky diffused look. This is more of like, you want a line that just sets and doesn't budge. This is Chantecaille liquid eyeshadow in the color Cremant. This is Sarah Creole Twilight Smoke eyeliner. This is Everyday Taupe eyeliner. And then this is Copper. The shimmer in Copper is more subtle than the shimmer in Twilight Smoke.
I have just one powder eyeshadow, and it's the Satin Taupe from MAC. And I have it on today. It is a MAC classic. I think if you've worked at MAC or you've been a long time client of MAC's, you've probably had this somewhere. I would say it's a neutral. It depends on the light. Sometimes it can look a little bit, not mauvey, but slightly browny purple. It gives you the reflectiveness of glitter without having glitter chunks and flying into your eyes and everything. And this is a shadow that if I'm in a rush or if I'm going out to dinner, I literally just use this. Another one that I got this year actually was a purchase through Credo. It's by Gen C. It's their mixed medium matte liquid eyeshadow in 05 Shroom. I've been reaching for this a lot. It sets pretty well too. I have to say I don't have any complaints about this moving around too much on me. Gosh, I put down a lot, but there we go. I have a whole lot of brown on me. It's just a brown. It's just a nice neutral brown, and sometimes I'll put it down underneath my lash line. I really do enjoy it. The next one is the Chanel Stilo Ombre and Contour in Contour Clair number 12. I love this under my lash line as a shadow. It's a really, really, really pretty color. It's a thicker pencil, so you can kind of use it if you're in a pinch as a contour if you're on the go. I do have the Anastasia. I was in Ulta and I was asking the salesperson what that they had on their eyes, and it was Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Liner in black. This thing is awesome. The tip is, the brush is so thin. I don't know, maybe it's against my face, you can see it. It does last. I haven't used the liquid liner in so long because I thought the brushes were too thick, but I like this one a lot.
Do you have any mascara or eyebrow products that you've loved this year, or just the old?
Yes, Sandra.
The OG.
Okay, I finally got something new, and I have the OG. Hello.
The gift that keeps on giving.
I'm still using it. Except this is where, when you're talking about the Westman Atelier having kind of individual things to swap out and purchase, I don't know who's using this color. If you are, please let me know. I can use it as like a crease color, but really it's just the brown that I've been here for. So Anastasia, if you hear this, please give me the medium brown. But no, I found the L'Oreal Faux Brow in Dark Brunette. It makes really nice thin marks, if you can see that. I think it's just a dual kind of, it's very, very thin, and I leave it with the felted side down, the marker side down, and it doesn't pool in there. I think this is one of the best liquid brow products I've seen in a while, so it makes me happy. What about you?
I have a new mascara that I really, really love this year, and it's also from L'Oreal, the L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal Mascara. It is everything I like in a mascara. It really holds a curl. It gives me the perfect amount of holding my curl, lifting, a little bit of volume, but I wouldn't call this a volumizing formula, but it's more of like a lifting, separating, curling mascara, which is what I personally prefer. It has a plastic wand, plastic bristles. They do have a waterproof version as well. On super, super hot, high humidity summer days, I do get a little bit of transfer with this. So this wouldn't be my go-to on a hot, humid day or on a hot, humid vacation. I do prefer a waterproof formula for those occasions. But for an everyday, like just regular average temperature times, it has been better than all the other high-end mascaras that I've tried lately.
2 lip liners. One is the Anastasia lip liner in Raisin. You know me, I love a pencil liner. This is so pretty. Anastasia, sometimes I feel like she's being slept on. I don't think people really, her makeup is great. It's just a nice berry color. I'll use this with my Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly in Sesame.
I love that gloss
like
formula. It's so nice.
It's so nice. So I will just kind of do this together, and it's so pretty. And the next one that I have is another Tower 28 product, the one liner in Paint My Number. And it's a nice neutral, and it's just kind of this, it's like a brownie nude. Funny story about the liners, I went on a girls trip to Nashville with these 2 liners, and the girls loved the liners, so it was fun. And I think that sometimes we forget, but lip liners to me are so important in your lip routine, because if you are nervous about your lipstick moving, or if you feel like you need more definition, it gives you, with my one girlfriend, I'm like, it looks like you had your lips done. Like it, but in a great way. It was beautiful, and she is gorgeous too. But the next one that I have is a lipstick from Cold Feet. It's their Heirloom Satin Lipstick in Bangle Box, and it's this color over here, and it's a nudie pink. And my last lipstick is the Chanel Luxtrait, Rouge Allure in Luxtrait, I think. It's this cutie over here. I love the little pop-up formula. I'm wearing it now. It's just kind of like a nice deep red.
It looks so nice.
And it's so moisturizing too. That's it for
Solid
lips for me.
faves. I also have two lip liners. The first is Sochi lip liner in the shade Speakeasy. It's just become my go-to lip liner color for when I want sculpting, you know? See how it's like, it's sculpting, but it's not too gray. It's not too pink. There's a little bit of brown, but it doesn't pull orange. It really works with everything. It's the perfect amount of creaminess that like you can kind of blur it out if you want a more lived in lip, but you can also just sharpen it and get a really, really crisp line if you want to overline. And then the other liner product that I've really, really loved is actually a lip liner stain. You shake it up, and it's by the brand BOUM-BOUM. And BOUM-BOUM is a brand that collaborates with creators, and they create these capsule makeup collections. So this product was done in collaboration with Rudy Berry. It's a lip liner stain. It's in the color Cherry Cola. Again, it's perfect for just adding dimension and shadow. And because it's a lip stain, this lasts all day. And the brush is slightly tapered, it's slightly angled, so you can really just, you have a lot of flexibility with the thickness of the line. The other lip products that have been standouts for me this year are the Violette FR lip nectars. These are glossy, moisturizing lip glosses that will leave a stain behind. I'm wearing the shade Rose de Moab today. This is probably my favorite shade. It's a really pretty caramel color, and it does leave a stain behind, which is really nice. I also have the shade Batiste, which is more of like the standard My Lips But Better rosy color. This is really, really pretty too. This is the Sochi Speakeasy lip liner. This is the Rudy Berry BOUM-BOUM Cherry Cola lip liner stain. This is Rose de Moab from Violette FR, the lip nectar formula, and it looks a lot warmer on the back of my hand than it actually ends up looking on the lips. On the lips, it's not quite as orangey. And then this is the Lip Nectar shade in Batiste.
With the lip liner that was a collaboration, do you find that it does stay after eating and stuff? And I love that. I think, again, you influenced me.
You really like this.
Okay.
She came out with two shades. There's a Raspberry Jam, which is more red.
Yeah.
Let me swatch them for you.
Because I think I like the one that was like Your Lips But Better. I like that it's a stain.
See?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
so
great.
This is Raspberry Jam.
Actually, that's not bad either. They're both really nice.
They're both stunning. And then this is Cherry Cola. Cherry Cola is more of like that lip liner shadow. So if you are trying to correct asymmetry, I would recommend Cherry Cola. But they're both, honestly, like they're both absolutely stunning. And they stay put.
Okay. I usually don't use setting sprays. If I do, in the past, it's been like the MAC Fix Plus. This one is the one size. SPF 28 on Till Dawn. I love the mist. I think it's wonderful. I mean, SPF 28, like that's kind of, I wish it was more, but it's okay. I'll take what I can get. Supergoop has a facial mist. I didn't like it, but this is really nice. It's set in your face and it's somewhat of an SPF, which is wonderful.
My setting spray choice is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. It does actually blur the pores. It blurs the skin. Right now in the winter, this is what I'm using instead of a setting powder, but it doesn't make me look dull and too matte. It just kind of blurs and smooths and sets everything in place. I love it so, so much. It's got like a, feels like you're spray painting. It's like a regular spray, but it's very fine and it doesn't smell like anything. There's zero fragrance in it, and I absolutely love it.
Fragrances, I don't have this one physically, but I have a million samples because the sales associate at Nordstrom is really nice to me. It's a Diptyque Orpheon. It has notes of cedar, tonka bean, juniper berry, and jasmine. And I found that that's all that I wore this summer. The second one is it's a Cartier Oud and Santal. Notes are oud, sandalwood, and plum. It's my favorite. The Santal comes through, the oud is there, and the plum is just kind of softly, I think, balancing out the two other notes.
Fragrance adjacent, I have these scented body washes that just really, really blew me away this year. And they're by the brand Cyclar. They call it the Sensorial Body Wash. And it's such a cool texture. It's a gel body wash, but it's a very moisturizing. It's not like an oil gel, but it's like kind of in between. It does lather, but it doesn't lather a lot. It makes my skin feel so soft, and the scents are so good. I am loving the Sacred Santal and the Vanilla Verve. Vanilla Verve is it's so nice. I'm not usually a fan of gourmand scents, but in a body wash, I really like this because it's a really luxurious, sweet vanilla with a little bit of a spice, a little bit of woods. And then Sacred Santal is a sandalwood. It doesn't smell anything like Santal 33 from Le Labo. It's more of that creamy sandalwood. It's creamy, it's woody, and it's a little bit warmer.
I just have a few body and hair products. This Nivea cream, it is the best. As you can tell, I love it so much. It is so thick. It's so good for winter. It's very nostalgic. It still has the same Nivea scent. The next product that I have is a pumice stone, but it feels like a volcanic rock pumice stone. I love using this on my feet. I get this at kind of, when I was back home, I got it at the Arabic market, and it's so cheap, and I feel like it takes enough off without being like a dangerous like foot scraper. I was looking for a new serum that would help protect my hair and kind of keep it from getting kind of wavy or curly if I'm sleeping on it or something. And it's the L'Oreal Vitamino Color Spectrum. And it's a leave-in serum that gives a great shine, and it protects against UV rays, and it says it lasts up to 10 washes. I'm gonna need the bigger one. I just got the smaller one to test it out. It just stays straight. Like when I straighten it, it just kind of stays like this. I don't know. I mean, I know it's like pretty long, but this is it. And I did my hair on Sunday. So it looks like I just blew it out. It's wonderful. It's very shiny. It's very glossy. The last product that I have is from Mimo Paris, and it's the Marfa hair perfume. Orange Blossom Absolute, Tuberose Absolute, White Musk. Sprayed it in my hair and I smelled it all day long, where I feel like the Byredo hair perfumes are a little bit lighter.
The only hair product I have is Ypres, and it's a bond repair treatment. I still use K18, but I like this more. It makes my hair so silky and so soft, and it's a really cool, innovative bond repair. The bond repair technology in it is different than the bond repair of K18. So if you have really, really damaged hair, you can benefit from both. So you spray this on dirty hair, dirty, dry hair. You just spray this all over and fully saturate your hair with it. And then you just leave it on for 10 minutes, but you can also leave it on overnight. And then you jump in the shower and then you shampoo, condition, do your regular routine. So I find it really easy to use. I find it really easy to incorporate in my routine. I don't use it every single time I wash my hair. I use it maybe every other time. We're done. We are done. It's been a good year. A lot of really good stuff. I'm excited to check out some of the things that you mentioned.
I already have a few things in my basket.
Especially,
because of yours. For sure.
We enable each other, but in a good way. We talk each other out of stuff. We talk each other into stuff. It's a good balance.
No, you are so good at saying no, and I am so good at saying, you know, we're gonna die one day, just buy it. You don't want to take me shopping because I'll just tell you to get it, especially if it looks good on you.
You are very fun to shop with. You are so much fun to shop with, though. So trying on too many perfumes, and then we get like headaches at the end of the day.
Because we literally like, here, no, this one, no, this one, no, what was it? We have to start writing next to them like what they are, because I honestly get confused.
Thank you for joining us for another year. This is our 11th one.
I think I finally got this down. Like, I think I'm not as fidgety. I think it takes me 11 years, but I did it. But no, I always...
We're here.
I have two...
It took us 11 years to be efficient and not have dying equipment. Like, there's been, knock on wood, no dying batteries.
Sandra?
That's about it for us. Thank you again, Dena, so much for taking the time to do this every single year. I love doing this with you. I think it's so much fun. And we have like an archive of 11 years of little videos to look forward to, which is so cute.
When we were younger and my various hairstyles. I think I've gone through more hairstyles than anything else. But no, this is always fun.
But now we're back to the beginning because you had shorter bangs
Yeah.
when we first started doing this.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And you know what? You don't have to get Botox when you have bangs. So there you go. I'm saving money. But no,
Exactly.
I really appreciate doing this with you every year. I look forward because I buy a lot of stuff that you recommend anyway. So I have insider knowledge before the video comes out. So I'm very lucky. But it's always fun. It's always fun to see what people talk about in the comments too. So I'm a lurker, never a commenter, but appreciate
we can
everybody.
keep chatting in the comments.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I hope you are all having a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.